It is a story of courage, strength, love, and betrayal. This is the story of Samson, the last judge of Israel. The movie opens with a beautiful song about how God made the world in 6 days, and on the 7th day he rested. The people of Israel are worshiping God at this time. They are celebrating the Feast of Tabernacles, and God says to Samuel the prophet, "I will send a strong leader among the Israelites, who will deliver them from their enemies." But the Israelites kept sinning against God. And so the angel of the Lord appears to Manoah and his wife, who were childless and barren for many years, and tells them that they will have a son named Samson, who will begin the deliverance of Israel from the hands of the Philistines. The couple are very happy about this. They make an offering to God and vow to dedicate their son to God as a Nazirite from birth. A Nazirite was someone who did not cut their hair, did not drink wine or liquor, and did not touch any unclean things. Samson grew up and became a mighty man of Israel. His strength was in his hair, and whoever cut his hair would lose his strength. Samson killed a lion that attacked him when he was in the field. Then he returned to find that a swarm of bees had made a honeycomb in the carcass of the lion, which was full of honey and guaiacum. From that day on, the bees and the honey became a symbol of strength for Samson. One day, Samson went to Gaza and saw a beautiful woman named Delilah. He fell in love with her and began visiting her often. But Delilah was after Samson's money and power, and she had been bribed by the Philistine lords to find out the secret of Samson's strength. Samson was suspicious of Delilah, but she acted innocent. She begged Samson to tell her why he was acting so strangely. Samson told her that he had once seen an unclean spirit while he was in the field, and that if he were to touch it, he would become weak and possibly die. Delilah laughed and said that she didn't believe that there were such spirits in the world. Samson still didn't trust her, but he told her that he had a secret and that he would tell her if she swore an oath on God that she wouldn't tell anyone. Delilah swore that she wouldn't tell anyone, and Samson told her that the secret of his strength was in his hair, and that if anyone cut his hair, he would become weak and useless. Samson was so proud of his strength and believed that no one could defeat him. He boasted that if the Philistines came to arrest him, he would tear them limb from limb with his bare hands. Delilah thought that she had found the secret of Samson's strength, but she was still not satisfied. She wanted more. So she went to the Philistine lords and told them what Samson had told her. The Philistine lords were overjoyed and gave her a lot of money for the secret. They summoned Samson to come to their city where they planned to kill him. Samson agreed to go there, but only if Delilah would accompany him. She agreed. When they arrived in the city, the Philistines were afraid because Samson was so big and strong. They didn't want to fight him. Instead, they decided to kill him while he was asleep. So they invited him to a banquet and made him very drunk. Then they took him to the temple of Dagon, their god, and made him sleep there. The Philistines were so confident that they came to kill Samson, but they didn't know that God was on Samson's side. While Samson was sleeping, an ant colony moved into his hair. As the first rays of sunlight hit Samson's hair, the ants stung him. He woke up and shook his head violently. That's when Samson realized that he had been betrayed by Delilah. He was furious and vowed revenge. He tore down the pillars that held up the temple, and the temple collapsed, killing all the Philistines. Samson didn't stop there. He went outside and fought the Philistines. He beat them and threw them into the valley. The Philistines tried to escape, but Samson chased them and killed them all. Finally, Samson returned to the city and saw that Delilah was still alive. He was angry, but he knew that he couldn't kill her, because she had not broken the oath that they had sworn to each other. Samson threw her out of the window of the temple, and she fell to her death. Then Samson went back to his home. He lived there for a long time, but he never married again. He continued to be a judge of Israel until his death. As the movie comes to a close, we hear a beautiful song about how Samson was a hero of Israel and how he defeated the Philistines. We also learn that even though Samson made mistakes, God still loved him and used him to deliver his people. The movie ends with a message about how we should never give up on God, because He is always ready to forgive us and help us. This is the end of the story of Samson. Now let's talk about some of the themes in this movie. One of the main themes in this movie is temptation. Samson was tempted by the devil to sin with Delilah, but he resisted. He knew that she was a bad influence on him, but he still couldn't help himself. He gave into temptation, and it cost him dearly. Another theme in this movie is betrayal. Delilah was supposed to be Samson's lover, but she betrayed him when she told the Philistines the secret of his strength. She could have kept this information to herself, but she chose not to. This shows us that we should be careful who we trust, because not everyone has our best interests at heart. Another theme in this movie is forgiveness. Even though Delilah betrayed Samson, he still forgave her. He could have held on to his anger and hatred, but he chose not to. This teaches us that we should always forgive those who wrong us, just like Jesus forgave us. Now, let's talk about the animation quality and the voice acting in this movie. The animation is really good. The movie is filled with beautiful colors, and the characters are well designed. The voice acting is also excellent. All the actors do a great job of bringing the characters to life. Overall, I think this is a great movie for the whole family to enjoy. It's a fun adventure that also has a positive message. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new about the Bible. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We would love to have you join our family. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.